Hi everyone, I'm Camille and this is Aggie and welcome to Cam Rose Yoga today. Today we're going to do a very quick flow that you can fit in the morning or evening or even middle day, in the middle of your day, but something that is pretty quick. You can get your heat up, burn some calories, stretch your muscles, get a practice and feel the benefits of yoga. Hope you enjoy.
Find your way onto the mat, taking a comfortable standing position. Ground in through your feet. Feet are together, slight distance between your heels. Bring your hands towards your heart. Press your palms together, thumbs towards your heart, and breathe. Beginning to connect with your breath and setting the stage for your practice today. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your hands to your sides, and then on your inhale, reach your arms up over your head, gaze past your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, curving your spine, draw your heart towards your thighs. Inhale, take a half lift, flattening your back, looking forward. And as you exhale, plant your hands firmly, step your feet back, and lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll into the tops of your feet, lift your heart and your gaze, upward facing dog. Shoulders draw down your back, and as you exhale, roll over your toes, pushing your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, adjusting your feet and just warming up your body. So bend your knees, shimmy your hips from side to side. Move to what feels best for you. Good, connecting, keeping your belly button pulled towards your spine. Belly hollow out, breathing with your lungs. Gazes towards your toes. As you inhale, reach your right foot up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend your right knee, open your hips out to the side. Inhale, back to three-legged dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, reach your left foot up. Exhale, bend your knee, turning towards the side. And as you inhale, come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, back down to downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Step your feet forward towards your hands, coming into a half lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, curve your spine. Heart is drawn towards your thighs. Inhale, standing tall, arms reach tall, gaze past your thumbs. And exhale, hands to your side, Namaste. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands plant firmly, strong shoulder girdle, step your feet back. And lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, stepping your feet forward. Inhale, your right foot up. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hips out to the side. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. And as you exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands, left heel plants, and inhale your arms up into Warrior One. Keep your right knee bent over your ankle, arms reach tall. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left foot up. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hips out to the side. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. And exhale, left foot plants in between your hands, left knee bends over your ankle, right heel comes into the mat. Ground in with your feet and inhale your arms up. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana A. Breathing deep. And exhale your hands down. Left foot steps back, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, making the adjustments that you need. Equal weight distribution in your hands and your feet. Keeping a steady breath, starting to feel your body warming up. Good, lower your knees down to the ground and exhale back into child's pose. Use that contact of your chest with your legs to help hollow out your belly and your pelvic floor. So pull your belly away from your legs, bringing your breath into your lungs. Inhale. Come up to seated. Sitting back, bring the pads of your feet together, knees out to the side, and then exhale, fold forward. Just taking a nice, easy hip stretch, opening your hips, trying to keep your spine straight as you reach your chin closer towards the ground. Still keeping your breath steady and flowing. The essence of Vinyasa is movement with breath. So each movement has a breath. Inhale back up to seated. Exhale, bring your legs long out in front of you. Toes point up towards the ceiling, folding into Paschimottanasana on an exhale. Exhale, fold forward. Reach for your toes or your ankles or your shins. And then inhale, lengthen again, and exhale, fold. Taking a nice, deep forward fold. Still breathing, warming up your body. Inhale, lengthen again. And as you exhale, take a deeper bind with your feet or your ankles. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull your belly button towards your spine and fold forward, drawing your heart closer towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And then inhale, find your way into Navasana or boat pose. You can have your hands behind your knees to take a little bit of the weight off. You can have your hands long out in front of you, or you can even bring your toes down to the mat. So find where you need to be, but where you are, squeeze your knees together. Remember, it's in your belly, not your legs, not your back. But as you exhale, plant your hands behind you, bring your feet down onto the mat. And on your next inhale, lift your hips up, coming into tabletop, or a modified Purvottanasana. Dropping your head back, but still being able to breathe. As you inhale, lift your right foot off. And as you exhale, plant your right foot on your left thigh and sit back down. Left foot comes across towards your right hip. Right leg stays twisted over your left leg. Inhale your left arm up. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Keep bringing your gaze over your right shoulder, coming into a nice twist. Still breathing, keeping your belly button pulled back, your lower abdominals lifted to protect your spine. Here's another angle of what it looks like. So your left foot is next to your right hip, right foot's crossed over your left thigh, and twisting to the right. Still twisting. And as you inhale, gaze forward over your left shoulder. Exhale, untwist. Plant your left hand next to your left hip. Left leg goes long. And then as you inhale, lift your left hip off the ground, pressing into your right foot. Coming into a modified side plank. Right arm reaches up. As you exhale, gaze down. Right hand comes down. Switch to the other side. And coming into side plank on the right side. Hey, your right leg can go long out in front of you, or you can lower your right knee down to the ground. Exhale, left hand comes down, gaze towards the back of your mat. Inhale, your right leg up into three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, opening your hips out to the side, just like we did in that warm-up. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right foot next to your hands. Bend your right knee over your ankle. Keep your left toes on the mat, your left heel drawing back, and inhale your arms up into a crescent lunge. And your hands can be reaching up in front of you, or they can be at heart center, or if it's easier for you, you can rest your hands on your right thigh. Okay, if this is a bit of a challenge for you, you can lower your back knee to the ground. But as you inhale, straighten your legs, turn towards the front of your mat, and then as you exhale, bend your left knee, coming into Skandasana. Hey, your right toes are reaching up towards the ground. Left knee and left toes are going the same direction. Inhale, come up, coming back towards the back of the mat. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, coming into Warrior Two. Arms come to a T. Pull up from the front of your body. Arms stay level, sitting deep into your hips. But on your next exhale, gaze down. Bring your left hand, planting it next to your right foot. Bending your right knee. And inhale your right arm up. Exhale, gaze down again. Right hand plants next to your right foot. Shift your weight into your right leg. And inhale, lift your left leg up, coming into warrior three. Okay, if you'd like to play around with here, take a half moon bind. You can do that. Good. Plant your hands. Step and hop your right foot back gently, and then exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come up, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, walking back onto your mat if you need to, and then find your way into child's pose. That's sitting deep into child's pose, keeping your breath solid. And inhale, come up to all fours, and then exhale, roll back into a seated position. Bring your feet together, bottoms of your feet together, sitting tall in your spine, and then exhale, fold forward, drawing your chin towards the mat. Okay, trying to keep a straight spine as you fold forward, opening your hips. With each breath that you take, just let something go. Whether that's a discomfort in your body or a distracting thought, but let something go with each breath. Inhale, come up to seated. Exhale, bring your feet in front of you. Peel the flesh away from your sit bones. Fold forward, taking a bind at your toes or your ankles. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold forward into Paschimottanasana, forward fold. But still breathing deep, feeling your hamstrings open. Your back stays level. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, take a deeper bind. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, keeping your neck free. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And inhale your feet up into boat pose. Okay, resting on your sit bones, keeping your heart open. Belly stays pulled in, knees squeezing together, face relaxed. As you exhale, bring your feet down to the mat. Hands plant behind you, 6 to 8 inches. And when you're ready, inhale, lift your hips up. Knees stay over your ankles, coming into tabletop. Breathing deep. Inhale, lift your left foot off the mat if you can. And then exhale, sit back down, left foot cross over your right thigh. And then your right foot comes towards your left hip and finding your way into that twist. So inhaling your right arm up and exhale, twisting to the left over your left leg. Keeping your spine nice and tall. And lengthen. Keep your breath. If you ever find yourself losing your breath, come back into child's pose or just take a seated posture until you can find it. Okay, on your exhale, untwist. Put your right hand next to your right hip and inhale, lift up into that side plank. Okay, whatever side plank you would like. Okay, there's a lot of modifications for you depending on where you would like to be and where you are in your practice. Exhale, gaze down, left hand plants. Inhale, roll over to the other side, right arm comes up. You can keep your left leg long out in front of you, or you can take whatever side plank you'd like to on your left side. Exhale, gaze down, and inhale your left foot up into three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, open it to the side. Inhale back to three-legged dog. As you exhale, plant your left foot towards your hands, coming onto your right toes. Right heel reaches back as you inhale your arms up, coming into a crescent lunge. Left knee stays over your ankle. Okay, your arms can be up or at heart center or rested on your thighs. You can even lower your back knee wherever you'd like to be in this nice deep hip stretch. Keep your breath. But as you inhale, straighten your legs, turn towards the back of your mat. And on an exhale, bend your right knee, right toes go the same direction. Left toes reach up towards the ceiling, coming into Skandasana. Okay, I'll face towards the front of the mat so you can see what it looks like. And so your left toes are reaching up, right knee bends. But your hands can be in front of you, or you can even be sitting up. So wherever you need to be, remember, do the humble work in your practice. Inhale, straighten your legs. As you exhale, come to warrior two. Left knee bends. Both feet are firmly grounding into the mat. As you exhale, bring your hands forward. Right hand plants next to your left foot on your fingertips or your palm to the mat. Right toes come onto the mat, and inhale your left arm up. Coming into a modified Parsva Konasana. As you exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, shift your weight into your left foot and reach your right foot up. If you'd like, you can bend your right knee, take a bind. Wherever you'd like to be in this pose, just play around. It's your practice. Inhale, back to a standing splits. Exhale, plant your hands, and then inhale, just hop your left foot back towards the back of your mat and lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Coming down to your knees and lowering back into child's pose. Okay, we'll go through those poses again, moving a little bit quicker. Inhale, come up to table. Exhale, back to seated. Bottoms of your feet together, and exhale, fold forward, drawing your chin towards the mat. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, legs go in front of you. Peel the flesh away from your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Take a deep forward fold. Hopefully feeling your hamstrings and legs and back open up a little bit more than what they were at the beginning of your practice. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up into boat, lifting your legs up, keeping your belly strong. Exhale, feet down onto the mat, hands plant behind you. And on an inhale, lift your hips up into tabletop. Exhale, ground. Belly pulls in. Inhale, elevate your right foot, bringing your right foot long. And then exhale, cross it over onto your left thigh, sitting back down. Left foot comes towards your right hip. Inhale your left arm up, and exhale, twist towards the right. Gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, untwist. Left hand plants next to your left hip. And inhale, lift up into a side plank. Hey, playing around, remember taking whatever side plank works best for you and where you can find the stability, but also pushing yourself. Good. Exhale, right hand plants, roll over to the right side, taking a side plank on the right. Okay, wherever you'd like to be. Exhale, left hand down, step your right foot back and up into three-legged dog. And on your next exhale, bend your knee, turning your hips to the side. If you'd like to land into wild thing, you may. Inhale, back into three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot plants in between your hands, left toes into the mat, left heel reaching back. Inhale, up into crescent lunge. Reaching and lengthening. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, turn towards your left leg and bend your left knee. Right toes reach up, Skandasana. Inhale, come up into warrior two on the right side. Right knee bends, arms to a T. Exhale, bring your hands down. Left hand plants next to your right foot. Inhale your right arm up. Twisted lunge. Shift your weight into your right foot, and on your next inhale, lift your left leg off, finding your way into a balance on your right leg. Hey, playing around, seeing where you need to be. Inhale back into that standing splits, and then hop your foot back to the back of your mat, maybe taking a handstand if you have that in your practice, and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Finding your way back into child's pose. Sitting back and sitting deep. Inhale up to table. Exhale back to seated, pads of your feet together. Lengthen, and then on an exhale, fold forward, reaching your chin closer towards the ground. If your chin's already to the ground, then reach your nose or your forehead. But lengthening your spine. Inhale, come up. exhale, feet long out in front of you. And on your next exhale, fold forward into a forward fold. Good. Shoulders draw away from your ears, down your spine. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. Inhale your feet up into Navasana or boat pose. Be very conscious in each movement that you make. Exhale, feet onto the mat, hands behind you. Nice, firm and steady before you inhale, lift up into tabletop. Exhale, ground firmly, and inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, crosses over your right thigh, sits back. You sit back down on your mat. Right foot comes towards the left hip and find your way into that twist. So your right arm reaches up and you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, untwist. Plant your right hand next to your right hip. Right leg goes long and inhale up into that side plank on the right side. Hey, playing around wherever you need to be. So adjusting your feet, adjusting your foundation if you need to bend a knee. Exhale, switch to the other side. Side plank on the left. And then inhale, lift your left leg up and back into three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hips. If you'd like to land into Wild Thing, you may. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, bring your left leg back up to three-legged dog. And exhale, plant your left foot in between your hands. Inhale your arms up into crescent lunge. Right toes onto the mat, right heel reaches back. Left knee stays bent over your ankle. Inhale, lengthen your legs. And on your exhale, land into Skandasana on the right side. Right knee bends. Left toes reach up towards the sky. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, come into Warrior Two on the left side. Left knee bends. On your next exhale, gaze down. Bring your hands down. Right hand plants next to your left foot. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, gaze down, and on an inhale, shift your weight into your left foot and lift your right foot up. You're coming into a balance, playing around, taking a bind, seeing where you want to be. Good. Exhale, bring both of your hands down firmly and hopping your left foot back, lowering down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Finding your breath here. And then lowering back down into child's pose. And you're going to bring your elbows slightly long out in front of you. Bring your hands into prayer and then draw your thumbs towards your upper back. Okay, just feeling a nice stretch through your shoulders and your upper back. So try to walk your elbows closer towards the front of your mat until you find that really nice stretch. Still breathing, still connecting with your body, but just beginning to wind down and thanking yourself for your practice today. Bringing your hands back down to the mat. Inhale, up into tabletop. You bring your shoulders above your wrists, knees below your hips, and moving into cat-cow. So as you inhale, gaze up towards the sky, lengthening your spine, curving it down. As you exhale, lead with your belly. Curve your spine up and your gaze down. Inhale, back to cat-cow. Okay, taking as many as you'd like. And then bring your toes into the mat and sit back onto your toes. Just stretching deep. Okay, sitting all the way back. And onto your back, rolling onto your back, and then bring your knees in towards your spine. Rock on your spine a little bit, side to side, forward and backward before you settle in. Just slightly pulling your knees towards your chest. Okay, letting your breath start to go back to normal. And bringing your left foot down onto your mat and cross your right foot over onto your thigh. That's enough of a stretch for you. Great. If you'd like, you can lift your left foot off the ground and bring it towards your chest, getting a deeper hip stretch into your right hip. I'd lower your left foot down, switch sides, right foot down, left foot crosses over your right thigh. If you need more time in any of these stretches, please feel free to take it. Connecting with your body and listening for what it needs. Bring your right foot down and then your left. Bring both of your knees back into your chest and then find your way into a spinal twist. So dropping your knees to the left, arms out to a T or your elbows bent. Okay, gazing over your right shoulder if your neck says it's all right. You can place a block under your knees or your arm. Okay, just taking your time in each spinal twist, and when you're ready, switch to the other side. Moving gently and connecting with your body. Inhale your knees back through to center, rocking on your spine once more. And then, when you're ready, find your way into Shavasana. Your arms are at your sides, palms up towards the ceiling, legs are relaxed. Everything is starting to relax and go back to normal. You're not falling asleep, but your eyes are closed. You're staying present in this moment, reconnecting with your body, not giving any effort to your breath, but just noticing it, letting it be. Taking as much time as you'd like in this posture, and then when you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Feel bits of movement throughout your body, moving to what feels good to you. Taking your time, and then eventually just finding your way to the front of your mat in a comfortable seated position. Once you're there, bring your hands to heart center. Bow towards yourself and thank yourself for your practice today. Take as long as you'd like in your Shavasana, Thank you for practicing with me today, and namaste.